Continuing our journey through the Bible stories, today we are going to talk about the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on our videos. The biblical tale of Sodom and Gomorrah is a powerful story of sin, judgment, and redemption. It takes place in the ancient cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, which were located in the fertile plains near the Dead Sea. These cities were known for their wealth and prosperity, but also for their rampant wickedness. The story involves Lot, his wife, and their daughters, who were residents of Sodom, and two angels sent by God to carry out divine judgment. This tale is found in the book of Genesis, chapters 18 and 19. The setting. The cities of Sodom and Gomorrah were part of the ancient world, thriving with commerce and trade due to their strategic location. The fertile land and abundant resources made these cities attractive places to live. However, along with prosperity came moral decay. The inhabitants were known for their sinful behaviors, including greed, violence, and sexual immorality. The cities became synonymous with vice and depravity, leading to their eventual downfall. Lot's arrival in Sodom. Lot, the nephew of Abraham, chose to settle in Sodom because of its lush, well-watered plains. He was a righteous man, but made the fateful decision to live among the sinful people of Sodom. Despite the moral corruption surrounding him, Lot maintained his faith in God and tried to live a righteous life. His presence in Sodom would soon become significant in the unfolding events. The divine visitors. One day, as Abraham was sitting at the entrance of his tent in the heat of the day, he saw three men standing nearby. Realizing they were divine visitors, he hurried to offer them hospitality. Two of these visitors were angels, while the third was the Lord himself. After enjoying Abraham's hospitality, the Lord revealed to him the impending destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah due to their grave sins. Abraham's plea. Abraham, concerned for his nephew Lot and the righteous people in the cities, pleaded with the Lord to spare the cities if righteous individuals could be found. He began by asking if the cities would be spared for the sake of 50 righteous people. The Lord agreed. Abraham, emboldened by this response, continued to negotiate, reducing the number to 45, then 40, 30, 20, and finally 10. The Lord assured Abraham that he would not destroy the cities if 10 righteous people could be found. The angels in Sodom. The two angels arrived in Sodom in the evening. Lot was sitting at the city gate and immediately recognized them as divine messengers. He urged them to stay at his house for the night, insisting on providing hospitality despite their initial reluctance. Lot prepared a meal for them, and they prepared to rest for the night. The wickedness of Sodom. As night fell, the men of Sodom, both young and old, surrounded Lot's house. They demanded that Lot bring out his guests so they could abuse them. Lot, horrified by their wicked intentions, went outside to reason with the mob. He offered his two virgin daughters in place of his guests, a desperate and misguided attempt to protect the angels. The men of Sodom, however, were relentless and tried to break down the door. The angels' intervention. Seeing the imminent danger, the angels intervened. They struck the men of Sodom with blindness, rendering them unable to find the door. The angels then revealed to Lot their mission to destroy the city and urged him to gather his family and flee immediately. Lot went to his sons-in-law, who were betrothed to his daughters, but they thought he was joking and did not take his warning seriously. The escape from Sodom. At dawn, the angels urged Lot to hurry. They took hold of his hand, as well as the hands of his wife and two daughters, and led them out of the city. They instructed them to flee for their lives, not to look back, and not to stop anywhere in the plain. They were to escape to the mountains to avoid being swept away in the destruction. Lot's wife looks back. As they fled, Lot's wife disobeyed the angel's command and looked back at the burning city. She was immediately turned into a pillar of salt. This moment serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of disobedience and the importance of heeding divine warnings. Lot and his daughters continued their escape, not daring to look back. The destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. As Lot and his daughters reached safety, the Lord rained down burning sulfur on Sodom and Gomorrah. The cities, along with all the inhabitants and the vegetation of the land, were completely destroyed. The once thriving cities were reduced to smoldering ruins, a testament to God's judgment on sin. Aftermath and lessons. Lot and his daughters took refuge in a cave in the mountains. Fearing they were the only survivors, Lot's daughters devised a plan to preserve their family line. They got their father drunk, and each bore a child by him. The older daughter gave birth to Moab, the ancestor of the Moabites, and the younger to Ben-Ami, the ancestor of the Ammonites. Lot's life in Sodom. Lot's life in Sodom was one of constant tension. Despite being a man of faith, he found himself surrounded by corruption and vice. His attempts to live righteously in such a sinful environment must have been challenging. The wickedness of the city's inhabitants contrasted sharply with Lot's values, creating a daily struggle to maintain his integrity. Lot's hospitality to the angels demonstrated his commitment to righteousness. In a city known for its lack of hospitality and rampant immorality, Lot's willingness to welcome strangers into his home was a significant act of virtue. His actions stood in stark contrast to the behavior of the other inhabitants of Sodom, who sought to harm the visitors. The intercession of Abraham. Abraham's intercession for Sodom and Gomorrah highlights the power of prayer and the importance of interceding for others. Abraham's concern for the righteous individuals in the cities, especially his nephew Lot, led him to plead with the Lord for mercy. His negotiations with God show his deep compassion and faith. Abraham's persistence in reducing the number of righteous people required to spare the cities demonstrates his hope that even a small number of righteous individuals could make a difference. This part of the story emphasizes the value of righteousness and the impact that a few faithful people can have in a community. The role of the angels. The angels played a crucial role in the events leading up to the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. Their visit to the cities was a divine mission to assess the extent of the wickedness and to rescue Lot and his family. Their presence in Sodom exposed the depth of the city's depravity and set the stage for the impending judgment. The angels' actions in protecting Lot and his family, as well as their role in executing God's judgment, highlight the dual nature of their mission. They were messengers of both salvation and destruction, embodying God's mercy and justice. Their intervention was necessary to ensure that the righteous were spared and the wicked were punished. The moral and spiritual decline of Sodom and Gomorrah. The story of Sodom and Gomorrah serves as a warning about the dangers of moral and spiritual decline. The city's prosperity and wealth led to complacency and indulgence in sinful behavior. The inhabitants' rejection of God's laws and their embrace of wickedness ultimately led to their downfall. The narrative illustrates the consequences of unchecked sin and the importance of maintaining a righteous and moral lifestyle. It reminds us that wealth and prosperity should not lead to moral compromise, and that true success is measured by one's adherence to God's principles. The pillar of salt, a symbol of disobedience. Lot's wife turning into a pillar of salt is a poignant symbol of the consequences of disobedience. Her decision to look back at the burning cities, despite the angel's clear command not to, resulted in her immediate transformation into a pillar of salt. This moment serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of obedience to God's commands. The pillar of salt also symbolizes the dangers of attachment to worldly things. Lot's wife looked back, likely out of longing or regret, for what she was leaving behind. Her fate underscores the importance of focusing on God's will and not being tied to the past or to material possessions. The legacy of Lot's daughters. The actions of Lot's daughters in the aftermath of Sodom and Gomorrah's destruction are complex and controversial. Their decision to preserve their family line through their father was born out of a desperate situation. They believed they were the last people on earth and took drastic measures to ensure their survival. While their actions were morally questionable, the narrative highlights the lengths to which people will go in desperate times. Their descendants, the Moabites and Ammonites, played significant roles in the history of Israel, further complicating the legacy of Lot and his family. The impact on biblical history. The story of Sodom and Gomorrah has had a lasting impact on biblical history and theology. It is frequently referenced throughout the Bible as a symbol of God's judgment on sin and as a warning to future generations. The destruction of the cities serves as a powerful reminder of the consequences of moral corruption and the importance of living a righteous life. The narrative also highlights God's mercy in sparing Lot and his family, emphasizing the theme of redemption. Despite the overwhelming wickedness of Sodom and Gomorrah, God's willingness to save the righteous individuals demonstrates his compassion and grace. Lessons for modern times. In modern times, the story of Sodom and Gomorrah is often referenced as a warning against moral decay and the importance of maintaining righteousness. It reminds us that while society may become corrupt, individuals can still choose to live righteous lives and seek God's mercy. The tale also underscores the importance of hospitality, compassion, and intercession. Lot's hospitality to the angels and Abraham's intercession for the cities serve as examples of how we should treat others and advocate for those in need. Conclusion. The tale of Sodom and Gomorrah is a timeless story of sin, judgment, and redemption. It underscores the importance of living a righteous life and the consequences of moral corruption. Through the experiences of Lot and his family, we learn valuable lessons about faith, obedience, and the power of God's judgment. This story continues to resonate with people today, reminding us of the enduring truths found in the Bible. The narrative's rich layers and complex characters offer profound insights into the human condition and divine justice. It serves as a powerful reminder of the need for vigilance in maintaining moral integrity and the importance of seeking and adhering to God's will. As we reflect on the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, we are encouraged to live lives that honor God, show compassion to others, and remain steadfast in our faith, even in the face of a corrupt and sinful world. Always remember, you are unique and special to God. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon to get notified whenever we post new videos. Share your thoughts and reflections in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay blessed and keep seeking the truth.